This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. A special thanks to EA for giving me early access so that I can capture this footage for everyone. Also, do remember, everything you're going to see here was captured on a work-in-progress build. Anything that is being shown on this video is subject to change. This is going to be the only commentary on this video. This video is going to be focusing on the raw gameplay, sounds, sights, presentation. EA worked really hard to incorporate some more commentary, more jarring hits, sounds that are truly authentic to where we are playing. The quality of life updates have been amazing. There's been a lot of new animations, a lot of new catches. Like for real. Check this one out. So wrong button. Oh my God, what a catch. That's my first time seeing that animation. I meant to hit R1. I hit circle by mistake. And look how he goes up and catches a bad ball. That is a bad man. What a catch, bro. Oh, this game is gonna be so fun this year. And I think this would be dope for everybody to see just how the game plays in its truest of forms. Best believe we have way more of our traditional type videos coming to the channel. Stay tuned, it's definitely more on the way.
It's the kind of matchup that makes college football so great. A bitter rivalry game, a long history of classic games, and a lot of bad blood. Welcome to beautiful South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium, the home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermstreet. Let's get this thing underway. And the Seminoles will kick this deep to start us off. Return starts from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. The Hurricanes offense comes on the field first today. Of course, the Seminoles come in a very motivated team. They were hammered by Miami by 3 touchdowns a year ago in this rivalry game. Part of a dismal season overall, so they are hungry to show they're a much better outfit against their rivals today.
Yeah, absolutely. They really want to put that entire season behind them, and no better example of having an opportunity than in a rivalry game against Miami. Big opportunity to have a springboard win for the Noles.
Back to throw. It's Speck. Grab down the middle. It's Daniels. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
On first down, it's play action. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Now, this just goes to show you everybody makes mistakes. This quarterback is looked and viewed as one of the top quarterbacks in the entire country. But even he makes a poor decision, puts the ball into coverage, and he throws an interception here early in the game.
Just seeing the Seminoles and Hurricanes together on the field, Kirk, brings back so many memories. For decades, this rivalry, extra intense, but also meaningful. It's been so often a springboard to a championship season.
Chris, throughout the 80s and 90s, I think Miami-Florida State was the greatest rivalry in college football. So many great individual players. One of my favorite early memories of College Game Day when I joined the set was in 2000 when Chris Weinke went up against Ken Dorsey and the Miami Hurricanes. One of the great games at the Orange Bowl. Dorsey ends up hitting Jeremy Shockey for a tight end late. Man, so many great memories in this rivalry.
They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Using the clear. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Trying to find room. It's Williams. Now here he goes.
Teams are getting more and more creative with how they run their counter plays. Gone are the days of everyone under center running the counter tray. Now you're seeing it modernized. We'll see how many different versions they'll run today.
And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9. The Noles line up with a first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they scored this touchdown.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Stopped at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the clear. Moves his way for a first down of the 35.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. Right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
Pass caught. Second down now. They call the counter run here. He has first down yardage at the 46.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Back to throw. It's Beck. With the catch, it's Fletcher. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. As we break for the quarter, Kurt, Florida State is on top. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Punt over the middle. It's Daniels.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
They're going to run it. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Canes begin a new series here, first and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
The defense, I think, sensing some urgency in this red zone. First down play, good job of pressuring the quarterback, pushing him back and putting him in a tough spot now on second down.
Dropping back, it's back. Pressure is coming. Grab down the middle, it's Daniels. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Lining up to try the extra point. And there's the point after. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Throwing off play action. He's looking deep down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. And I tell you, Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Defense is coming after him. There's no one to throw to there on third down, and now it's a fourth down coming up. The Seminoles will bring their punt team on the field now. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Keep them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Oh, the pass rush gets home. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The Canes will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. To the air, it's Castellanos. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment. Looking to pass here on second down. Looking deep down the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He's in the clear. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Looking to throw yet again. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Second down after that previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. The short hands. It's Robinson. They get him to the ground, but it's first down now at the 28. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the out route. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense went.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Scanning the field, it's back. Caught by the receiver. Breaks loose at the 40. What a catch and run by the junior. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The pocket breaking down. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. He's running out of time here. Hit just as he throws the ball.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Oh, he missed it. Off target that time. And in the 3rd quarter, this game remains tied. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
The Hurricanes will kick this away to get the second half going. Bringing it out, it's Lucas. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're looking for some points to jump on top here as we get the 3rd quarter going. To throw, it's Glenn. That is broken up and incomplete.
Quarterbacks all over the country try to manipulate the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, I think he just telegraphed it to the receiver that he was going to throw to, staring him down, which allowed the excellent coverage to be able to knock that ball away.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. We'll see if he can make a play on this return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Miami offense is back on the field. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. He'll hand it off. Now here he goes. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
The Canes looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 2nd and goal for the offense.
Man, it's 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important 2nd down call here.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
Touchdown, Canes, to put them on top now.
A little bit surprised here, Chris. I thought they might put the ball in the air here on 3rd and goal, but instead they run the football, keep it on the ground, and they get the touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT puts them in front by 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Looking to pass. It's Glenn. And it's caught across the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Pass rush closing in. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Joseph. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. Backfield is empty here for 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. It's back. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on 3rd down. And now a 4th down decision coming up.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
A running play called on 4th down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game settings before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Touchdown, Miami. This offense cannot be stopped. And momentum really building now. Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. I mean, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out. It's Williams. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Should have just taken a knee. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Quick throw to the flat, it's a screen. And the defense smothers him for no gain. And the Seminoles looking to run some tempo here.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself.
Breaks into the clear. Will not be brought down. He's in the clear. At the 20. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Knowles. There was no catching him that time.
Chris, is a great effort from the collective defense. Might have prevented that from being a touchdown.
looking to throw here. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's sacked, but a penalty flag is down. This will be very costly for the defense if it's against them. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
But it's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far. But one mistake could potentially...
They've got him. Again, he couldn't escape. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, enough for a 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. 4th down, they elect to go for it, and they get the 1st down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Pounding away with the run game. Here he goes. That play moves the ball across midfield, and he set it for the 1st down at the 41. That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Breaks it in the clear. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time. And the Canes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The shotgun running play call. Oh, what a move. He's past the marker and still going. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a drive by this offense. Another big gain, and look at the defense. Huffing and puffing, hands on their hips. This offense is wearing them down both mentally and physically.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. And at 1st down, they go right back to him.
Just keep churning these yards out. Playing with a lead here late in the football game. At the very least, you're thinking about making this a 2-possession game with a field goal. But keep eating that clock.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, they try to run the football here, and they're unable to get that 1st down. The clock does keep moving. The big question now is 3rd down. What do you do? Keep it on the ground again, or roll the dice, throw the football, knowing an incompletion, the clock will stop.
The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down. The Canes will look to convert here on 4th down. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And now here comes the point after attempt. An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. That goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Scanning the field. It's Glenn. He cannot escape. It's a sack. They'll have to hurry now. Second down, the clock ticking. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The sure hands, it's White.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. First down here for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. The pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Pressure is coming. He lets it go on the move. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Chris, they're not quite out of this game just yet. With under 2 minutes to go, they're down by 9. I'd kick the extra point here, make it a one-possession game, and then try to recover that onside kick, and you got a real shot.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival. You get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirkholm Street, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.